The best part about getting kids out on cattle drives is, it's like a vacation to them. They're getting out of school. We're giving them things to do. They're practicing their skill sets. It ties into what we're doing every day. There's a purpose why we're doing certain things at the ranch with the horses or the cattle or the work ethic, so they can go put it to use. They can learn a skill set that can take home to another job. A lot of these boys will never see a horse again or a cow again when they leave here. But the work ethic, the accountability, the self-regulation, how to make good choices, all those things will transfer. When you're out on the cattle drive and they're around a group of cattle, they got to be aware. They get their horse too far up on the cow's head, the cow turns and turns back on them, and they create a little mess. It's just about paying attention, staying aware of what's going on. It's about teamwork. If you're working with 3 guys and you're bringing 70 cows and you got a guy on both sides and a guy in the back, somebody doesn't do their job and the cattle go too far left, they go too far right, they get too strung out, they don't stay bunched up. When you're taking kids that haven't ridden much and you get them outside, some of the little things that experienced guys take for granted are big things to beginners, and those things could be as simple as a little wash, a little narrow wash that the horse looks at and decides whether he wants to jump it or what he's going to do, or water, going through water. That's a big thing to a horse that hasn't been through water, or a student that hasn't been through water. Just little things that we take for granted that the kid has to adapt to. Another thing cattle drives really teach are patience. Those cows got little calves and they can only go so fast. And you start pushing them and pushing them and pushing them, and pretty soon your calves peel off from your cows and you're chasing your calves around, and there's kind of a pace there that the cattle got to set and you got to go with, and that really kind of compares to their life a little bit too. They want everything to happen now. It's like 4G or whatever. It's not going to happen now. You're going to have to go slow, and it's a process. And that's exactly where we're at with talking about students in recovery. It's a slow process, and we can only go as fast as the student allows us to go. We can only go as fast as the cows are going to move. In that cattle drive, we were just helping a guy take his cattle to his summer range. It was spring, and we'd helped him work those calves and brand those calves and vaccinate those calves. We were just getting those cattle put out on the summer range. We had a lot of kids and not a lot of cattle, but we wanted the kids to get out. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes we have a lot of kids and not a lot of cattle when we go to do things. Most of the kids did a good job managing their horses and managing the cattle, and we got them from point A to point B without any wrecks.